everyone. So, the Odyssey is already shaping up to be one of the biggest cinematic events of the decade, and now Christopher Nolan has finally addressed one of the most talked about questions surrounding its runtime. And surprisingly, the answer is it's shorter than Oppenheimer. For context, Oppenheimer ran for about 3 hours, making it one of Nolan's longest modern films. So, naturally, fans assume the Odyssey, an adaptation of one of the most legendary stories in literature, would push that limit even further. But Nolan confirmed that won't be the case. He explained that the Odyssey is actually constrained by a very specific technical factor. It was filmed entirely using IMAX film cameras, and according to him, 3 hours is essentially the maximum runtime that can reliably fit on an IMAX film reel. So while the movie is still described as epic, it's more streamlined than experienced. That said, shorter is very relative here. This is still a Christopher Nolan epic we are talking about. The film adapts the Odyssey, one of the most influential stories ever written, and Nolan himself admitted that comes with enormous pressure. He said there's a massive responsibility involved in bringing a story like this to the screen because it carries the expectation of audience who have imagined it for generation. In his words, anyone adapting the Odyssey is taking on the hopes and dreams of people for epic movies everywhere. That's a heavy statement, but it fits Nolan's approach. He also emphasized something he's learned across his career, from films like Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, all the way to Batman trilogy and Oppenheimer. According to him, audience don't just want a faithful adaptation, they want a strong and sincere interpretation, one that feels like the filmmaker has fully committed to the material. And Nolan believes he's done exactly that here. That level of confidence is also reflected in the cast he's assembled. The film features a massive ensemble including names like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, and Charlize Theron. It's one of those rare casts where almost every name feels like a lead. Interestingly, many of these actors are also tied to other major upcoming projects. Tom Holland and Zendaya, for example, are both parts of Spider-Man Brand New Day, while others are juggling multiple high-profile releases across 2026. All of this only adds to the anticipation. The Odyssey is scheduled to hit theaters on July 17, 2026, and it's arriving in a packed release window positioned between major blockbusters like Moana and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Despite the competition, demand is already sky high. IMAX 70 tickets went on sale early and reportedly sold out in hours at multiple locations. So even with a shorter runtime compared to Oppenheimer, this is still a very much full-scale Nolan epic. And if history is any indication, the length won't matter nearly as much as the experience. Thank you for watching. Bye.